Hi everyone, we're outside on this gorgeous mid-March day and I am going to be planting out brassicas and greens in my covered beds. Let's take a look at the seedlings. So the seedlings aren't fully hardened off yet. I have them under this light white cloth just to protect them from the sun a bit. And I'll probably keep this cloth on them once they're planted just for a bit. And all the beds are ready to go. I'm going to start up here and the one I put together the other day. I'm going to start up here with cabbages. So I have Napa, a couple different kinds of Napa cabbage here. Green. These are the pretty red trumpets. And I also have some regular purple cabbage there. And in case I have more room, I have some yod fas, although these will probably end up down there. And these are the purple cabbages. I also have some scallions. They're good for tucking in between spaces. And radicchio. Beautiful little Chiji Masai seedlings. This is a cross between tatsoi and komatsano. It's delicious. Okay. I probably should have used a knee pad. I think these are at the perfect size for planting out. That big, but more importantly, it hasn't overgrown the pot yet. The roots are looking really healthy. Perfect time to put them in the ground. All right, let me show you. There they are. All right, I'll get these watered in and then we'll head down to the other bed and get some broccoli in. I'm gonna put the broccoli in this big long bed here. And just run a row straight down the length of the bed. I won't be able to fit all the broccoli in here, but maybe 8 heads, hopefully. Okay, let me get this camera set up. So I decided to do a zigzag, alternating, so I can fit more in there and they'll still have space. And I marked out where I wanted them to go with these empty pots. So that made it easy to figure out if I had the right spacing. And I'm gonna do one line of Romanesco broccoli, and the other row will be Solstice and Calabrese varieties of broccoli. The broccoli, I can tell, are getting a little bit stressed from the sun, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these planted efficiently and then put a lightweight cover over them to protect them from the sun. I've been building up this soil every year over the past 6 years, I think, for this bed, with a lot of homemade compost and grass clippings and dried leaves, and it's beautiful. This soil is so beautiful. It's nice to have really well built, conditioned garden beds that don't need a whole lot of prep work in the spring, just a little bit of extra compost. I keep them covered during the winter, and it makes it so nice just to dive right in the spring. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the camera off now to save the battery, and then I'll show you this when it's done. Okay, I have all the broccoli planted. And in between the broccoli plants, I did little clusters of stem onions. And those will be harvested long before the broccoli gets to full size. Next up are these 2 beds here. I have the plants spaced how I want them. So this one across the front edge is that Yodfa. It's a type of broccoli that is mostly tender stems with some tiny florets at the top. It's really delicious, and it's super cold tolerant, super hardy, very reliable. And then I have some Chijis there, Chiji Masai, the Asian green. This bed I have Radicchio along the front with some more Chiji Masai in the back corners. And this bed in the center, I think I'm gonna do carrots, big patch of carrots. This one will have a bunch of lettuce and beets, I think. All right, let me finish up the planting. pretty much done with planting for the day. This is the bed with the cabbages. There's a little parsley seedling. I put a parsley on either end. Most of the beds have a loose cover of ag fabric to protect them from the sun. This is the broccoli bed. Broccoli and scallions. And I have some backup broccoli in case I lose any out there. I can replace them. Broccoli, hardening off my verbena, more parsley, and the shaggy onions. Hey guys, so it's 2 days later and I just wanted to show you how the brassicas are doing. Here's our little cabbages with parsley. Oh, and I'm getting ready to plant peas at the base of each of these small trellises. Eventually, I'm going to grow tomatoes on these panels, but early spring, I'm going to put some peas in. I started them indoors just to get good, quick germination. So this morning before work, I'll be popping those into the ground. And we've had temperatures overnight dipping to about, I think the low was like 33, 34. And then approaching 60 during the day. And everything's loving it. So these lettuces, when I planted, the variety is called Bronze Mignonette. And when I planted them, they were green. And after 24 hours outdoors, they turned the most gorgeous shade of ruby. They're a little floppy, but they're so pretty. Interesting how the color turns so quick in the sunlight. Here's our broccoli bed. And here's the radicchio and radicchio along the front. Lettuces in the back. And the two boards there are marking where I'm going to have carrots. So far so good. My husband's building a birdhouse. He's adorable.